and also thank you, Prasanna, Shailendra, Dennis, Lean. Mario has not joined, I think, yet. I don't know whether he will be able to join. But thank you so much for joining online, and thank you so much for agreeing to deliver your speeches on this thing. Shailendra, can you hear us? Okay, great. Thank you. So I think I have a very small presentation, and I'm supposed to set the context, what is Web3 and what is Metaverse. So setting the context is a little bit difficult. I think that is the toughest job. And I think after me, all my speaker friends, they can take it forward. They are experts in their own area. So Prasanna coming from a great background in the blockchain area, same goes for Shailendra, and also Dennis, Lee, Mario, Sunil, and all. Thank you so much, guys. So if you search on Google, so probably you find around 100 definitions of what is Web3. So I'll first talk about Web3, and then probably we can talk about Metaverse. But I'm not going to this what do you call academic definition of Web3. Rather, I'll talk a little bit about the philosophy behind it, or why this concept of Web3 came into existence today. Yeah, so quickly on the agenda, so I'll be speaking for around 10-15 minutes. I'll also show a small Metaverse video. And then Prasanna will be talking on blockchain, followed by Mario. Mario, I'm not sure whether he'll be joining because he's not yet there. Then Dennis, Sunil, then Shailendra, Lean, and yeah, lastly Sunil is going to speak, and then Mr. Vidisha is going to bless us with this closing remarks. So, yeah, so what is Web3? So we know Web 1, Web 2, and now it is Web3. But what is the philosophy behind that? So for that, let me go back, or take a step back, and let me go to the history of human civilization, right? So, slide is not okay. So actually human civilization starts with community, okay, or society. Before that, we are mostly like animals, you can say. So our civilization, the starting point of our civilization is basically community. And we have community rules or community laws. We have community commerce and community currencies, right? So that's how it started. And then we went into different industrial revolutions. I'm not going to, there are many things happening in between. But then we went into different industrial revolutions. Okay, industrial revolution 1, 2, 3, 4, and now people are saying industrial revolution 5 is there, wherein sustainability is one of the main area. So industrial revolution 1 started with steam engine. Okay, then industrial revolution 2, electricity was one of the major inventions, and that's where all electrical machines in the industries, in the shop floor, that started coming. In the third industrial revolution is, of course, semiconductor revolution, you can say. A lot of IT things, computer things, and all that things happened. And then industrial revolution 4. In the industrial revolution 4, we talk about connected factories, connected devices. Okay, so IoT, IIoT, and all other things, right? And now industrial revolution 5, of course, but I will talk about industrial revolution 5 probably in 1 or 2 slides later. But in this process, what has happened? The entire digital world and the internet has been hijacked by a couple of big companies. Okay, that's what it happens. So if you look at 70%, approximately 70% of the internet traffic or the internet is now being controlled by 5 big internet giants. Okay? And hijacked in the sense, like now, if you look at, so we, the consumers, normal consumers, we have become like a product or like a commodity. Okay? Because what happened, these big internet companies, they have actually created our digital persona. That means we all are modeled. Our digital persona has been modeled by these companies. Okay? So they know our likings, they know our dislikings, they know our financial background, they know our social background, they know everything about us. Okay? And in fact, they can offer their products and services accordingly. Also, not only that, so now you can see, like for advertising, for any kind of offers, recommendations, cross-sell, upsell, okay, data selling. Your data has been sold to many companies, and these companies are giving you smart recommendations, and probably they are using it for something else. Okay, so these things are already happening, right? And can you think of living today without social media or your Gmail, okay, or your WhatsApp or something like that? Okay, so we are assuming that this will be there forever. Now think of a day you don't have your Gmail. Okay? You will say, no, that's not possible. You will such a big company. Okay? And definitely Gmail is going to be there. But who knows? You know, you don't know. So if Google decides to stop their services tomorrow, what is going to happen? Actually, same thing happened to me, I think around 10 years back. There was a very good site where you can upload photographs. Okay, and I have uploaded a lot of photographs for a lot of memories. Then one fine day they have sent an email saying that they are going to close it down. Okay, and you can just take your photograph to make other stories. And somehow I missed that email. Okay, for a month or so. And then one day I was trying to find out my photograph. I was trying to log into their website, and there were no photographs, right? So all photographs are gone. So same thing happens. So you are all research scholars. That's ResCon is basically research event. So probably you are writing a research paper, okay, in Google Docs, which is online. Who knows? Somebody is already reading your research paper. Right? You don't know, right? So this is the scenario today. Okay, so that's why you can say that we consumers of internet today have just become a product or a commodity for these big companies. Okay, and not only that, they can even influence their thoughts, your thoughts. Okay, because there are so many news items. There are so many social media items, there are so many other sites, okay? They can influence your thought process. They can influence your ideas and views also, okay? So this is the condition today if you look at. Right? So it is not only like offering you products, services and all those things, but in fact, they have captured you from 360-degree angle. And this is true. So, that's what I think. This is again this thing. So there are very less possibilities that we talk about that robots are going to take over humans. No, I don't think so. That's going to happen, right? Rather, it is going to happen in a different way. We humans are going to become robots or machines for these big companies, right? So they will be able to mold us, mold our sentiment, mold our decisions as per their requirement, how they want. Okay, so that is going to happen. Now, how to basically deal with this scenario? Because everything is now centralized, right? Centralized with these big companies. So Google has their own servers, their own infrastructure, and they are centralized. Similarly, it goes for any other company, Facebook or Amazon or Microsoft, whoever it is. So now what we want is to deal with this situation. We want to go back to our community culture, where we have started our civilization. And for that, there is a concept that came into picture which is called DAO, Decentralized autonomous organization. Okay? So here, everything will be decentralized. It is again a community concept. So there will be communities which have community laws. Community is going to do the all governance. Okay? There will be community commerce. Even there will be community currencies. Right? So these are some of the aspects of decentralization. It's going to be a virtual economy, which we call DeFi. Okay? Again, decentralized finance, virtual assets like NFTs. So most probably, most of you are already aware of NFTs, non-fungible tokens. So basically, you can actually convert any, you can monetize any of your digital assets, right? So what are some of the benefits of this? So it is definitely going to be decentralized. It is a democratic. So now democratic in the sense, today if you look at any marketplace, okay, it's not a fully democratic marketplace. As a small player, you will not even get entry to this kind of things, or nobody is going to protect you from the competition, right? So now, DAO, decentralized autonomous organizations, or Web3 is going to give you a completely democratic marketplace, wherein you being a small player coming from any parts of the world can do business, okay, without facing any kind of problem. So that is going to happen. And it's not only for business, even for individuals, right? If they want to start something there in that manner. And also some of the other aspects are privacy. Today you don't have any kind of privacy. You don't know where your data is going, who is capturing your data, who is selling your data. So now in a decentralized kind of environment, definitely will have the full control of your content. So you are the creator of many contents, right? So today you are only just the creator of the content. You are neither the beneficiary of the content. You are not getting paid for your content, right? But your content has been used and somebody is earning money. So Web3 is going to solve that. Now, what is the behind the scene? Again, the tagline of this conference is behind the scenes of Web3 and Metaverse, right? So now, what is the behind the scenes of Web3? There's one major technology, blockchain, which Prasanna Mahar is going to be an expert on that area, and he will be speaking out on that blockchain, right? So blockchain is going to give you the technological power, okay? The technology using which you can actually decentralize the complete ecosystem, right? And with all smart contracts and all those things. So I'm not going to talk much about this. Now coming to Metaverse. Now many people think that Metaverse is the ultimate form of Web3. I don't believe that. I don't agree with that. Probably Metaverse is something, the first view of Web3 that we have seen till now. Nobody knows what shape and form Web3 is going to take. These decentralized autonomous organizations are going to take. Right? But Web3, Metaverse, if you look at, so there is another angle also, Web3. So Web1 was mostly read-only, right? You were able to only read information from some websites. Then Web2 came, wherein you can read and write. So social media came, you can upload your content, right? YouTube came, you can upload your content. So you can read and write on the web. Then Web3 came. Now, apart from reading, writing, you can also part of the web. Okay? You will get an immersive experience. Okay? You can actually own some portion of the web. Okay? You can actually go and feel and use other portion of the web. So that is going to be Web3. And that part has been addressed in Metaverse. So if you look at Metaverse, Metaverse is more from an experience point of view. But if you talk about Web3, the Web3 applications will be coming more from a utility point of view. Right? So there are two things. And once you marry these two things, the utility and the experience, I think that it is going to be a big success. And no doubt that Web3 is going to be a big success. Now, in Metaverse, behind the scenes, what are the technologies? So So if you want to build a metaverse, then how you can build it? Of course, you require some kind of a 3D modeling, right? And also you require some gaming software, okay? Because games has adopted this metaverse concept very early. So you have got platforms like Unity, Unreal, and all. And also you require different techniques, right? So for avatar to avatar communication, so probably you require some neural voice kind of things. Okay. Definitely the backbone of a metaverse, wherein the transactions are going to happen, is blockchain. Right? So blockchain is a very integral part of it. And with that, I'll show you a very small demo that we have built, metaverse. Okay, even my architect, he's also sitting there, who has built this along with me, Mr. Sudarshan. So would like to show a small video. Now, this is not perfect, okay, so we are also learning. Okay, but you will get some idea, okay, how the metaverse is. So what we have built here is essentially a metaverse bank branch, okay, and these are the technologies that we have used. We have used Unity gaming platform. Yeah, so that video is there now. So I'll just give some background. So and and also